Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to entry on Icebox as Jett. Recently I've had a few people ask me to show how to entry as Jett, and they recently changed Icebox, so I thought I would show you first how to entry on B. They changed a lot of things actually, but the first thing they changed, which is going to be impactful to us, is this thing right here. So I'm going to go to the right first and then go to the left here, but first things first, updrafting here is still a really good idea, especially if you have knives, but just with any weapon, you're not gonna die from here very much. It's pretty rare to die from here. You can get sniped as you're updrafting, so be careful. Make sure you updraft like as you're running behind the wall, so that you're already midair by the time you come from this spot right here. So kind of watch me do that again. And this is really good because if there's someone opping, they have to hit a crazy flick. And some people will hit the crazy flick, but it's rare, right? Like people hitting that flick, especially considering probably most of you guys aren't Radiant, you know, even in Immortal, people have a hard time hitting that flick. Like, I have a hard time hitting that flick. So yeah, this is a good place to updraft. You just want to updraft. Usually I cross instantly and just kind of hold this angle, see if anyone's trying to cross. And then I'll just kill them here. Also, from here, you can check underneath here, like as you're gliding, check under here, clear here. You can clear all the corners pretty efficiently. And then, obviously, have your gun out. You can clear, like, right here. Make sure you're looking snowman. And now at this point, the only concern is back yellow. A good dart or like a drone is really strong here. Obviously droning all this out is really good too, but a good dart for back there would be useful. Just pushing as a team. Smoking this now is really good as like an omen because the smoke actually covers the entire thing. So you're gonna want to have your team do those things. And now from here, I like to look top sight, see if there's anyone there. Here, obviously, again, want to be careful of yellow as we're pushing this. And now since this has changed, this is a little better for attackers, but enemies can still sit behind this. They could before. Now there's this box as well. So I wouldn't suggest sitting behind this. This is mainly just for cover. This is going to be spammed. Like good players will spam right here. So, you know, be aware of that. And so you can come out here, and this is called danger. You can push out to the left here like this. Clear all of sight. This is what you want to do if you just want to take fights. Another play you can do, obviously you have smokes to work with as well, like don't be afraid to use your smokes. Then of course dash to get out of areas. We already used updraft. If you just want to come close here after clearing all this stuff, you can look snowman and just walk. You'd be surprised a lot of the time you can actually just walk here, and there's literally no one sitting in any of these spots. Like no one will see you here. So you can just walk up, and from here, it's kind of up to you to what you want to do. Like now, this has changed, right? So they can't go through this. They have to come right here. So if you can just sit here, wait for them. If you get here before they rotate, obviously this is a little risky because they can come from here, up here. So I don't know, maybe play like back here so you're not as vulnerable, and you can kind of just catch someone there. I really like coming to this spot specifically just because it's quite nice, honestly. But other than that, you can get wherever you want really from that spot. Otherwise, you can just fight here, look for a kill. You really just want to try to get one kill. You want to hold this until your team plants. That's why you want to be here. This is already a pretty risky play, but it's sometimes very good for helping your team get the spike down. Like, say you get a kill here, smoke your planter off, and then you can get out. And now you just play the spike. That's what you really want to do here on B site. This is much easier to take now just because of how the site's set up, and also they changed yellow to kind of favor you as an attacker. So now I'm going to go ahead and go over to A. Also, this is going to be a little bit of a longer video just because I'm showing you how to entry on everything. This is where I put the spike if I'm a duelist. I'll show mid after, but first thing on Jett specific here is really important. You can updraft right here. A lot of good Jett players do this. This is just to kind of, as you see, what I can see from this box here is here, and then also this head glitch. So a lot of the time, people won't expect you to do this if they're in the head glitch, and you can just kill them. You can also fight people that are here, maybe even like sitting up there, so be careful of that. But this is good, just kind of get the initial information. Also, anyone that's trying to take this rope cannot take it because you'll see them by the time they're like right here. And obviously, it's really only Jett and Raze that can do this, so this is a really strong play for you to do here with your team. Also, you can just glide across to this, and then it saves you the time of walking up here. So that's a little bonus trick. So I see a lot of people clearing this incorrectly. When you're right here, you want to be looking probably head glitch or maybe like one of these spots. There's also this tiny little sliver that they can see from back there. Right here as well. This is really, I would always be placing my crosshair here. I see a lot of people that don't place their crosshair there. And then also they can be still in this corner. They did remove this, so you can't go here. Pipes is not as effective to do as an attacker anymore. But from here, what I would do, I'm usually just looking for a kill at this point. you can kind of peek here. This is strong, but people do know that you can do this. So if they see you on belt, which is a good chance that they might have by this point, but you could still play here and look for kills like this. You can also come through the other side of main, which is on the left. This is where most of your teammates are probably going to go. So do think about updrafting here if your team's coming this way. First things first, you want to clear this, top of this, because, again, this side got removed, but this side still has the pipe, the extra pipe. So just be aware of the jump up. And this is where I always place my crosshair. They can also be right here, and they can also be back on top of this if they're like a Jett hopping or using a Vandal or Sheriff. Also, they can be up here. You don't have to look here yet. I would just be aware of these spots here and back there. You can run up. What I like to do is kind of like jump to see if there's anyone there, because that is pretty common. If you do want to come pipe still, you can. You just can't get up here. But you can peek on the right. So like this is absolutely worth doing if you want to just look for some kills. Coming around to this side is kind of risky because, you know, like you don't know if they're here. You don't know if they're going to come around here. You don't know if they're going to peek you from what side. So it's kind of risky, but it's kind of worth doing, especially if you're on Jett Arena. It's something to consider. Another play is to come up here. Try not to make noise when you go up with the rope, but I'm just doing it for time's sake. Again, you can just clear everything. Just trying to look for fights, pretty much. And from either from there or from here, you can grab onto the rope silently. And I really like to do this play where I kind of just come up here, and you can kind of think You can kind of think of yourself as like an anchor for this site. Your team's coming in behind you, and what you're doing is you're kind of just like holding down the side, right? Like you're really holding down this side, you're holding down that side. Anywhere that your team needs help with, you can help, except for back site. And then like behind this part of screens. But this is really strong. I like doing this. Also, if you just want to run in through like the middle of sight, this is completely fine to do as well. Just like clear the right here, clear the left, and now we could just work on sight. From here, I like to place my crosshair on either one of these two angles. They can be back there. You also want to be careful of screens, and then clear the right, clear up top. And now they added this box that's spammable. Just be aware that it's spammable. From here, if I am in this spot, I like to either play just back here and kind of just chill, or sometimes I'll come into this spot. This might be expected from the enemy, but a lot of the time you can get away with it. And you can also peek like this. Another thing you can do is come over to here. So like say you take the site really quickly, like they just you kill them really quickly for whatever reason, you can peek spawn like this. This is completely fine to do. People will come running through here with their knives out, so you get a free kill there. If you don't want to do that for whatever reason, you can come into this corner. There's really very little risk of sitting here if you can get here safely, that is. Like if they hear you running, jumping and running all the way over here, obviously they're gonna know. But if you can get to here without them knowing, people are rarely gonna clear this corner. They're gonna clear the corner under you, but they're not gonna be looking up here at you. So this is a free kill. Say you smoke this, you might drop or something. Now your position's a little bit unknown. So yeah, this is how you kind of play a site. Again, this site is really kind of a bit wonky. Like I don't know, it honestly still confuses me sometimes. This is called 410 you see. But yeah, try to take advantage of this. Try to use this as well, and then come pipes, and there's also a main. So there's literally like 4 ways you can go on attack, and then from here there's also 1, 2, up here you can go 3 ways you can go. So just kind of experiment. Really, like if you're doing the same push every single time on Icebox a site, then try to like swap it up a little bit. So last but not least, I'm gonna try to go through this quickly. This is middle. So middle, the barrier is here. I like to come mid a lot just because I think it's really strong. A lot of people don't. They didn't change much about this part of the map, by the way. The only thing that they changed was I think they moved this slightly. I think it was in the middle before, now it's to the right. They also made this smaller, which isn't really mid, but they also changed kitchen somehow. I can't remember how they changed it, but everything else is the same for mid. This is a little different, but that's not really mid either. So mid is pretty much the same, untouched. So what we like to do here, I kind of just look under as I'm walking up. I acknowledge that they can be in kitchen, but I keep my crosshair there. I like to look here. This is where I like to fight primarily. I'm completely willing to take fights here because I know that I can hit the taps on their head. Again, think of where the ramp is, right? The ramp's only here. So like you only want to be placing from about the middle to here. They can be standing up here though, so be aware of that. That's a play you might consider on defense actually, is to stand there. But from here we can just clear all of these things. I always kind of like just walk across kitchen because a lot of time there'll be like a sage just standing here staring at you. I'm not sure why, but you can just kill them for free. So at this point, if you've seen no one and my team's not already full pushing a site, or if they're full pushing A, what I like to do is just walk up mid like this. Because mid, again, guys, mid is such an underrated part of this map. Like if you're think about you on defense. How much are you actually aware of middle? Like, if you're the one person that watches mid every single round, that's fantastic, but I promise you there's so many games where there's literally no one watching mid on this map. Like, maybe not games, but like literally so many rounds, at least. So what I like to do is walk up here. This is one of the two plays I like to do. I like to look here, make sure there's no one like top site maybe. Because again, these are free kills. They're probably not going to be looking at you unless they're actually good. Here I'm still looking at this part in case someone has rotated to come up here on boiler. Here I'm clearing, making just sure there's no one there. From here, I'm checking up here. Usually, no one's looking at you right here. So, usually what will happen, you'll see someone up here or like somewhere sitting here. And then, from here, if your team is pushing A, you can catch some rotates. And you can either come through screens or you can just go up here and flank them. It's pretty free kills. Like, I don't know. Also, you can go under and come to B. This is, I don't know. It depends how good the kitchen player is. Like, if there's a Sage watching you. But also, I like to come kitchen. If they wall kitchen every single round, then this isn't a super viable play, unless it's later in the round. But a lot of the time, especially when I've been smurfing, they don't wall kitchen. Like, just go kitchen. This is a play you want to try at least once per game on this map. Because, like, look, people don't play this either. If someone's playing boiler, there's a good chance that they're not playing kitchen. So you can come literally flank the person boiler. They're going to have no clue. And I would say, like, gold and below, maybe even plat. And maybe even in diamond. Like, literally, I do this play sometimes immortal, and it works. It doesn't always work. Some plays don't always work, right? That's just the nature of playing this. But you can get here, and then we can either from here flank out, kill the person boiler, kill people that are rotating, kill people that are snowmen. From here, we can walk all the way out kitchen, and then flank the B player as our team. Okay, team, come B. I have the flank here on the B player. He's dead. And then your team hopefully listens. If they don't listen, GG. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this guide. If you want me to do this on either maps for specific characters, let me know. I can do whatever characters you guys want. I've only done duelist, but you know, if you guys want me to do one, let me know in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.